Hey soul family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are doing a pick a card reading, and this pick a card reading is about messages from the fifth dimension for you. Alright, so pick a card. There are three options in front of you. Pile 1 is the gift, pile 2 is the aurora garden, pile 3 is the tree of illumination. Take 1 or 2 deep breaths, pause and reflect on the choices. You could go with multiple options. You can go with all three options to see how the story is developing in your life. You can choose 2 options or 1 option as well. The ball is in your court. Alright? If you would like to book a personal reading with me and you resonate with my messages, you can check out the description box as well as the pinned comment on my video. Alright? You will also find the timestamps in both of these locations, my loves. So see you in your reading. Alright, so for my pile 1, for those of you who chose pile 1, you have chosen the card, the gift. Alright, and what a beautiful card right there. As I can see here, that messages from the fifth dimension, the first message that's coming through for you, pile 1, is that if there is some sort of a release, some sort of a cleanse, some sort of a spiritual bath, any kind of cleansing technique that you know of, the message is coming through to tell you to do that for yourself, to cleanse yourself, to detoxify yourself, to purify yourself, because there are certain gifts from the fifth dimension that want to pour into you. They want to pour that light into you, that information into you. And even though this is like a waterfall here, it just feels like a light fall. I don't know if that even exists, but it's like light pouring as water or something like that. And for me, light is information. So the information that is going to come through into your life about the gifts that you have to give to this world is something that wants to come through from the fifth dimension for you. And for that, you have to be in the present moment. You have to honor the present moment, and also to if possible, give offerings to your ancestors. And if you have already been doing that, I feel like your ancestors are pouring in light, pouring in information into your crown chakra, throughout your chakras, to also give you the knowledge of what gifts can you use to help humanity, to help mankind. Now, you don't have to be extremely spiritual to receive this. You could be in any industry and get the gifts of, the fifth dimensional beings pouring this information into you, because you are meant to fulfill certain mission on this planet as well. There's a certain life purpose, and I feel like there's going to be an illumination of that life purpose the more you come back into the present moment, the more you honor the nature as well. So some of you could maybe want to go for a trek, want to go for some kind of a hiking in nature, or some kind of a vacation or trip where there's a lot of nature and going into the forests. Some of you need to do that, or some of you, if you're already doing that, I feel like you're going into the portals within the forest, within nature, which is activating you on a whole new level. And maybe that is why you have been craving to go to these places, because there are portals hidden in these places to activate you. Alright, so either some of you have already done that and you're receiving these downloads, and you are about to receive these downloads, so brace yourself. And some of you are about to do this, alright, are about to receive this. So the more you come back to the present moment, the more you honor your vessel, your body, the more you honor nature and your ancestors, the more you cleanse yourself, and the more you purify yourself through a healthy diet, through a healthy exercise regime, maybe more in nature rather than at your home or near this, in the city near you or something like that. Spirit is asking you to go a little bit away into nature, to either work out or to go for trekking or hiking, etc. Alright, because that is going to activate you on a whole new level. It's going to increase your awareness about what it is that you're meant to do. And the more you step into the present moment, the more you will start realizing the gift of your presence, even in your own life as well as in others' lives. there's a richness of your inner world that is about to be illuminated. So if there's something that you have been holding on to, that you have not released, maybe you have not had a good cry for a very long time about certain, parts of yourself that need that nurturing, that need that cleansing, Spirit is asking you to do that. If someone has made you cry, someone has hurt you emotionally, they have not really nourished you as much as you wanted to, or someone has hurt you badly, right? Spirit is asking you to cleanse and release and cry it out, or find outlets in nature, or give your pain to nature, to Mother Earth, because she will be able to transmute this for you, right? And also you learning about nature. So just like every other tree grows beside each other and doesn't compete with each other, they have their own lifespan, they have their own things to look out for, and that is what even this card is somewhere coming through to teach you. And the fifth dimensional beings coming here to teach you that you are not meant to compete with anyone, because even in nature there's so much variety, there's so many things that grows beside each other without competing with each other. So that's something that you will learn. The uniqueness about your presence, the uniqueness about what you offer to the world versus what is being offered to you, is something you're going to realize through this journey within yourself. All right, so let me read a little bit from this card for you. So it says here, the gift. Some of you could be Gemini or Sagittarius. All right, so there are times in life when you have been given a great gift. It can be a life-changing moment, one in which you feel suddenly that all has changed, and what once was can never be the same again. Because what has taken place has been a gift, a way of seeing, feeling, perceiving the energies all about you, this is now what lies before you. You are being offered a great gift, one which is in part destiny, in part reward, in part plea for you to receive this gift of perception, to begin to see what lies beyond the confines of the world others call real, and to become a being who understands the language of the spirit as it is expressed in the world. The gift may come in the form of visions and of knowledge, but it comes from a trusted source in ways that cascade and gather, just as they do down this waterfall, until its presence can no longer be denied. There is a sacred trust being placed in you by the beings of the hidden worlds. They ask you to be their emissary on this planet. Know, amidst the ordinary moments of our lives, that within these too lie the sacred. It is the intent which we bring to those moments that determines whether all we do is an offering and is made sacred, or if it is simply in the domain of the mundane. Dear one, we come to you now and ask you to receive this gift. We ask you to know you are a chosen one, to take the gift and preserve what is sacred in the moments, great and small, of your life. Once accepted, life will change, and you will change too, in ways that will quench the deep thirst of your soul. Wow, pile one. This is beautiful. All right. So, illumination of this card is, it is now my time to receive. I accept the gifts of the hidden worlds gladly and with an open heart. All right. So there's a lot of visions, a lot of clarity that's coming into your life, that is going to, make you surrender to nature, make you surrender to your own nature, to your own multi-dimensionality within this world, and then to be able to offer that gift to others. And for that, you have to sit in the present moment. You have to honor your vessel. You have to meditate. You have to go within, to understand the richness of your inner world. And if you have been avoiding that, if you have been avoiding the purge, the cleanse, spirit is not able to come through to guide you properly. All right. So this is the first message that is coming through from the fifth dimensional beings to you. All right. Because you are a chosen one, like this card said, right? Pile one is that you are a chosen one, and you should not deny this mission that is before you right now. All right. Because your presence is a gift to the world. So to acknowledge that and to be on that path of your own destiny can be scary at times, but it is worth it. It is totally worth it, because the rewards at the end of that journey is something that is very, very unique to you, and something that is filled with abundance, and joy of your spirit. So that is coming through very strongly for you. Pile one. Let's see the next card. Wow, look at that. Pile one. You are the pearl within the oyster. It says connect to the divine. Pile one. How is your connection with the divine? First of all, I want to know. All right, let me know in the comments down below. Do you have a regular spiritual practice? Do you have a practice for grounding yourself whenever you feel like you're overthinking, or whenever you feel that things from the past are coming up that need some purging, that need some healing. Are you overthinking too much about aspects of yourself that you're ashamed of, or you're fearful of, or at times you do look down upon? How are you looking at yourself? Are you honoring yourself as the pearl that you are? Because there are pearls of wisdom within you that are meant to be unleashed. There's so much purity within your spirit and within your soul. It's like I see the pearls falling over you, and you yourself having so much wisdom and so much knowledge to be able to give to the world, to be able to share with the world. And for that, spirit really wants to connect with you. They really want to give you a hug. They want to let you know that you have never been alone through these processes of going through the dark night of the soul, going through some kind of challenge in your life and feeling alone, feeling left out, feeling like you never matched within society. You never fit in with society, you never fit in with your family, you never fit in your friend group. At times you felt very lonely, and the fifth dimensional beings are coming through to tell you that it has happened so that you can surrender to the divine, so that you can surrender to your faith, surrender to nature, and let nature heal you, let these beings heal you, and let them shape you into the pearl that you are. So some of you could have been in the oyster, you could have been hidden, you could have been hiding yourself, you could have been hiding from the world, you could have not wanted to go on this mission because it seemed either too large or too small and insignificant. And Spirit is saying, where can you balance your vision about this, about being a chosen one? Where can you balance your vision? Where can you not go to the extreme right or to the extreme left? How can you honor who you are and step it up with your spiritual practices by either doing some yoga, doing some mindful meditation every morning that you wake up, at least a 10 to 15 minute mindful meditation of calming yourself down, of going with the flow. The more you do that, my loves, the more you will realize that there are pearls of wisdom pouring onto you, pearls of light pouring onto you like waterfall. And the more you surrender, the more the divine is going to pour knowledge into you, pour your gifts into you, that then you will be able to activate within your life to be able to help your loved ones, to be able to help the poor, to be able to help whoever it is that you want to help, to be generous with your light towards others. And the generosity is key to be able to activate your mission. And for that, Spirit is really asking you to connect with the divine, right? Because this is something that's going to immensely help you in stabilizing yourself and bringing yourself to the present moment, and not going too far into the past or not going too far into the future with worries, anxiety, or not knowing what to do, right? Present moment is the gift for you here, specifically, right? Pile 1, all right? So there's a special need for calmness, for purification, and also for your faith to be activated at this time. This is also going to allow you to flow with life and to connect with your own divinity and the divine nature within you, pile 1. All right. The color of personal integrity, truth, and loyalty, pearl, also can bring clarity, peace, and harmony in your life. This will also help you strengthening your connection with the divine, and also visualize pearly light onto yourself, pouring onto yourself when you are in your meditations. All right, my love. So for you to be able to connect to the divine, there is a specific exercise of this card that I'll share with you guys, okay? So it says here, imagine a ladder made of pearly light and begin climbing this ladder in your mind's eye. With every step, allow yourself to breathe in more pearly light, clearing your mind and releasing all density and heaviness in your body. Allow yourself to focus on purity, clarity, and the divine connection between your body, mind, emotions, and soul. When you feel like you are close to the divine light, open your arms wide to receive it. Wow, look at that, Oh my goodness, right. So it says here, open your arms wide to receive it. Say, Divine Spirit, I ask you to surround me with your healing light. Please strengthen my connection to your divine love and light. Breathe in this light and feel its fullness pouring into your soul until you feel whole. And then climb down the ladder knowing that you are loved, connected, and full of light. I mean, if you guys think I'm just, kidding you, yeah, here it is. And I don't look at these cards also. I just shuffle them, backside up, and then I slowly reveal them so that I can be surprised even in the reading. So I love this for you guys, pile 1. All right, so let's see what are the other cards here. We have magenta, connect to your deepest inner knowing. Wow, these color combinations are blowing my mind today. What a beautiful color combination right here. So pile 1, if you have been dealing with some kind of an internal conflict that is also manifesting on the outside, where at times you feel like that you don't know some things about a person. Maybe there's a person who's jealous of you or evil eyeing you or has some negative intentions towards you, and you can sense it, but you don't know where it's coming from or why are they even feeling this way towards you. Spirit is asking you to go deep within yourself, because the more you do this exercise and go deep within, the more your inner knowing is going to get stronger, and that is how you are connecting on the inside. It's like the richness of your inner world has to be enhanced. You have to come back more into the present moment, because the more you dive into the present moment, it's like diving deep into the present moment, the more richness and the more awareness that you are basically digging out of your own self. It's like that. So you are like getting more gems, you're getting flowers. It's like the more you dig deep, the more beautiful it's getting, the more fragrant it's getting, the more gems you are acquiring from your deep inner resources of your own being, right? So whatever is not going right in your life currently, it's because there is a conflict in you being able to either connect with the divine or you being able to know on the inside, about things in your life. Like there's a lack of clarity and a lack of connection with the divine that is causing you these issues in the first place, no matter what these issues are, right? So connecting to your deepest inner knowing is going to help you with that. Wow, we have attract abundance. Look at that. So there could be some issues with you feeling solid with your abundance, and with this gold energy here, this is telling me that you are royalty, my loves. With the pearl and the gold, what? This is a royal soul right here. I'm talking to a freaking royal soul. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Pile 1, you have to let me know who you are, okay? This is beautiful, my loves. But what I'm seeing for you guys is that you're meant to attract a lot of abundance in your life. And the reason why you are going to attract that is because you are a giver. You are someone who gives. And if you have been kind of, fighting off that urge to give, and maybe you have felt stuck because, the abundance is not coming into your life, or there's a lack of clarity and a lack of direction and a lack of purpose, at times a lack of or a disconnect from the divine itself, that is kind of blocking your abundance from coming in. So Spirit is saying to do these things which I already told you, which is to go out in nature, which is to see the abundance in nature, which is to see the variety in nature without trying to compete with each other, how they grow and they are in unity and in harmony with each other. And there are things in nature which does not get along with each other, and then that's where the preys and the predators come in, where one is food for the other and things like that, right? So there's so much to learn from nature that we ourselves have forgotten, and the fifth dimensional beings are asking you to do that, all right? And something about wearing gold on you as well. So if you have some gold jewelry, wear it on you when you are meditating, or whenever you are doing any kind of rituals, especially rituals for abundance, or you are scripting or you are manifesting abundance, have some gold around you, or pearls also will help, all right? Pearls or gold is going to help. And also something to do with flowers. So if you have some flowers around you, this is going to help you feel more alive, feel more lively, feel like that you are a gift, and that there are gifts from nature around you as well, to be able to aid you in this journey, aid you in being the chosen one. You're not alone. There are forces in the nature that want to connect with you, to harmonize with you, and to give you that soul glow, to give you that pep in your step, to be able to channel these gifts that are pouring into you by the divine, and that will help you attracting abundance, because now you're not in a lack mindset. Now you're not thinking about where is the money coming from, or when is it going to come, and worrying about that incessantly, or neglecting your spiritual connections with nature, with your inner world, just to worry about these things. It's just distracting you from what you could actually do and the solutions that you could work upon to harmonize your life and to balance your life, right? So the fifth dimensional beings are coming through to tell you to do this for yourself, my loves, all right? Some of you could be strong Leo here, very strong Leo vibes. We have Taurus as well, we have Aries as well, all right? And I think I already said Gemini and Sagittarius. All right, so let's see all the other cards. We have telepathy. Look at that. I was about to say there's a spiritual gift awakening within you, and that gift, I think, is a clairvoyance, which is clear vision, which is going to release your worries about what is going to come or what has happened, you know, because the visions will show you where you are headed, in what direction you need to head, and your intuition will guide the process for you through your visions. And I'm also getting something about telepathy, which is again it's you being able to communicate with people without having to talk, without having to speak words to be able to understand them or to be able to be understood. I feel like there's going to be this beautiful balance that is going to come into your life, where you will not only understand your own journey and where is it that you need to put the next step and which direction you need to head, but also how people understand you and people gravitate towards you, and people want to find direction by consulting you or by needing help from you, you know, once you find your own direction here. So something about that. And also I'm getting you attracting someone that is also going to connect with you on a very deep level. This person is a lone wolf, I'm hearing. Okay, and they will start feeling you telepathically, or you already feel someone very telepathically in your mind. Could be a Taurus, very strong Taurus energy coming through in this reading. Some of you could be seeing 222, 555, okay, synchronicity. These synchronicities are in fact showing you that you are connected to this counterpart, to this divine counterpart, who is also on this journey with you. This is giving me strong divine counterpart energy, strong soulmate energy, strong twin flame energy, for those of you who believe in this. All right, but there's a transmission that you will be able to pick up on, whereas you could be able to also speak with people telepathically. I'm also hearing something about healing people telepathically. So you don't have to visit someone to heal them. It's like you can send them good wishes, you can send them healing just by closing your eyes and speaking high vibrational words into their being, you know, imagining them in front of you after closing your eyes and being in a strong state of meditation, and sending them healing light, like sending them purity, sending them clarity, sending them illumination, sending them truth, you know, sending them a lot of cleansing energy for their soul, for their higher self, for their growth in this world. All right, so you will be able to do that as well. You know, if some of you are light workers, this is what you will be able to do. If some of you are literally in the physical world and trying to manifest a better stability for yourself and you know, a better spiritual routine for yourself, then those things are going to help you develop this gift of telepathy, where you will know what your clients need. You will exactly know how to market your product, or you will know how to do mouth publicity for a certain product. And there can be some also telepathic communication between you and your audience, to the point where you will know exactly what to bring to the table that people really need at this time and space, you know, through your company, through your business. Is something that's coming through. So the more spiritual you get, the more in harmony with nature you become, the more sustainable, not in the current world term sustainable, which is also in a form a manipulation to be able to bring that one world order, right? But it is the other form of basically harmony with nature, where you are conscious of how you are utilizing the forces of nature, which are here to help you on your journey and help you on your path, right? So connecting more with nature will help your perception cleanse, will help you to arrive at conclusions with different levels of perception based on how your audience needs you or how your clients need you, or you know, it'll help you with your money, it'll help you with your connection with your own spiritual team and with the fifth dimensional beings as well, and will also help you know things before they happen, and to be able to guide yourself intuitively through that communication with your higher self in a very clear way. All right, wow, this is very, very divine, my loves. Okay, wow, we have you earning your wings with the wings here, I'm hearing. Yeah, look at that, fifth dimensional beings coming through strongly with angelic assistance and divine guidance and loving support on your path currently. Pile 1. Some of you could be Virgo as well, but I'm getting that you will realize that the divine guidance is being channeled through your heart and into your hands. So some of you are going to get gifts within your hands. So whatever you do with your hands, it's like you will be able to channel this clear light that is being poured into you. It's going to that meditation that I told you about, once you start doing that regularly, it's like you will feel like you're illuminating completely. like you close your eyes and that light is there to guide you. It's there to guide your hands. It's there to give you wings, to be able to, you know, fly high when things are turbulent, you know, going above, like how the plane, how the flights get turbulence when they are in those clouds, right? When they are like completely immersed in that non-clear vision, right? And they are constantly in that turbulence. You're getting that ability to get up out of the turbulence. So any kind of situation in the world that is going on, for example, something happens near your city where there's a hurricane or there's a whatever, you know, some kind of natural disaster, I feel like you will get the knowledge beforehand to be able to protect your community, your society, the people around you, and to be able to guide them out and to be able to help them in stabilizing themselves back again. This is something that's coming through for you, pile 1, very strongly, okay? And angels are assisting you with this because they really love you and they want to support you in this, because you have been alone or you have been a lonely wolf at times. And also the angel is also protecting your divine counterpart as well. So the connection between you and your divine counterpart is also being safeguarded through this spiritual practice as well. So the more you do this practice, the more you will recognize that that your partner is coming closer and closer with you, all right? Be it if you're already together, or be it that you are in separation and you're slowly going to merge with each other, all right? That's something that's coming through. So what's the next card here? We have transformation. Look at that, Kali Ma coming through with your root chakra getting stable and grounded. There's a snake here as well. Wow, pile 1. This is a deep card right here. Yeah, this is also you recognizing the depths of yourself as well, the self-destructive qualities within you, pile 1, the destructive qualities of your ego. This is something that you are going to come face to face. The more you deepen your practice into meditation, into connecting with the divine, you will be faced with certain parts of your ego that needs some cleansing, that needs some shattering, that needs some low blows, is what I'm hearing from Kali Ma. You know, so sitting in this position during meditation, or when you're doing rituals, wearing some gold. Remember, I was telling you to wear some gold. Look at Kali Ma wearing so much gold here, and there's gold here as well, and here as well. In fact, that's like, I think those are diamonds here, right? So there are certain gems from your inner world that you are meant to acquire as well. Because what happens is, when we are all love and light, when we all want to go towards the light and go towards the purification of our soul, we forget that there is certain gunk. We forget that there is certain gunk that we are born with through our ancestral bloodline, where, you know, maybe our ancestors never believed in having abundance because there was constant scarcity in our bloodline. And, you know, we don't believe in wearing jewelry, or we feel guilty about like doing things that would make other people feel jealous of us, because, you know, or attracting more than, you know, is necessary, because it's too much and why is it necessary. But pile 1, those are things that you need to heal. Those are things that you need to level up from, because the more you attract, the more you will be able to gift and be a gift to others as well. So look at finances as a part of nature. Look at gold as a part of nature. Look at abundance as a part of nature. And abundance comes in a lot of different forms, right? It's not just money. It's connections. It's harmonic relationships. It's peace, joy, love, laughter, happiness, right? So your angels are going to telepathically communicate this with you, that, you know, it's not all about love and light, but it's also about going into the deep parts of your root chakra, into your roots, and strengthening that bond with your roots as well. You know, not to see your shadow as something that's an enemy, not to see as your ancestors who were the perpetrators, who were the culprits, who were the enemies of your bloodline, not to see them as wrong or bad or dark or demonic. They were a part of the evolution of who you are becoming, and that is your greatest superpower, right? So going as deep as you can to strengthen your roots, so that you can achieve this level of harmony with the light as well as with your shadow. That is something that's coming through for you. I'm getting goosebumps as I'm speaking about this as well, right? And 2222 coming through very strongly for you guys. So if you see 2222, it means you are balancing yourself out, you are strengthening your connection with your roots as well as your higher self, and that is going to merge into this beautiful you know, heaven on earth that you are going to create, not only for you but for humanity and for your family and for the society that you live in a way. And, you know, that's going to help people. It's not going to take away anything from people, right? So that is something you're learning as well, is that your angels are coming through to give you this guidance to transform yourself. It's like the more you connect to the divine, the more you will realize all these different sides and aspects and multi-dimensional parts of yourself that you are then integrating, right? And once you start this transformation process, you will not even recognize yourself. Who you are becoming versus who you are now is going to change completely based on how present and in present moment you are in honoring the forces of nature around you and within you. You know, it's that honoring, it's that offering you give to yourself, to nature, to your ancestors, that is going to transform your reality for yourself, right? So giving honoring and offering to yourself by wearing gold, by buying some gold for yourself, by manifesting and connecting with the divine and stepping into that 5D reality. That is what these beings are asking you to do, to not forget your shadow just because you want all good and all light and all joy and happiness. You cannot forget your mother, is what is coming through. Mother is in the deep, she's in the dark, all right? And that is your angels coming through to tell you to do this, to activate all sides of you, all aspects of you, and integrate them completely. Pile 1, all right? Wow. So pile 1, any tarot cards that want to come through for you, let's see. Pile 1, Spirit, anything from my tarot deck for pile 1 pertaining to the spread. Pile 1, 5D messages for pile 1, Spirit. Look at that Tower card at the split, my loves. Tower card, look at that, the light and the shadow integrating, blowing up this tower. This tower is filled with ego. It's filled with certain false realities that you manifested in your life due to you not recognizing your own power, and that is being released here with the tower. Let me take the tower here. Okay, so yeah, what am I getting for you? Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is a quick development into your evolution, into your ascension. And the light, the lightning, as well as the fire, both elements are coming through to activate you on a whole new level, where you are going to realize that wherever you felt like that you were wounded, you felt that you were traumatized, you felt like you were almost about to give up, but you did not, you will thank yourself for this. Giving up on relationships, giving up on people, giving up on humanity, giving up on your life in general, right? Not being able to see through into the future, not being able to plan because of a lack of optimism, lack of clarity, lack of direction, lack of having a blueprint about what it is that you're meant to do in life. That is going to go through a major rebirth where, the tower is going to fall down based on these elementals once you start meditating. And you're going to realize that all the answers were actually within you, and that you were mindlessly looking at your wounds as if, that they were the cause of every problem and that everyone else is the cause of my problem, and because you're the chosen one. So there's angelic and divine assistance in you being able to do this. And so this tower is not a bad one, it's actually a good one, right? Because then it is it is going to level you up financially as well. Look at the gold colors here, and very strong Taurus energy with this as well. Scorpio, we have Sagittarius strong, and Aries as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming through, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming through, and Aries and Aquarius very strongly. It's like you will be able to take a leap of faith towards yourself and release all your financial fears for good this time. All right, the 5D beings are coming through to tell you that. Completely eradicate any kind of fears of financial lack or scarcity in this world. The more you connect with these 5D beings with your spiritual practice, all right, this will help you in that, my loves. So let's see, Spirit, any kind of advice from the elements coming through for pile 1. Any kind of advice coming through for pile 1. Any kind of advice coming through for pile 1. So it's like the underworld is also assisting you with this process, with this ascension, okay? So there's one light from the underworld and one light from the heavens that's striking you at the same time during meditation and during connection with the divine, the more you follow what I have just said, right? Wow, very divine reading. All right, Spirit, any advice for pile 1 from the 5D beings? Any advice for pile 1? Spirit, any advice for pile 1? It's interesting, nothing is coming through. So let me just take one from this deck and we have south, adventure. Yeah, your life is about to become a whole new adventure after you get into this. It's like you're going to realize that you were stopping yourself from being adventurous. You were stopping or constricting yourself. Again, another 2, my loves. Wow. Yeah, you were stopping yourself. It's like your inner compass was distorted, you know. Either it was broken, it was damaged because of other people's perception, because of your own lack of inner knowledge, or a lack of understanding the richness within you, the abundance already around you and within you. It's like you could not see it. You felt like a small cog in this whole wheel of the universe. You felt like a small dust or something like that, a speck of dust, right? But now you're going to realize you are all of it through this meditation. And the more you do, the more your aura is going to expand and attract this gold and this fragrance and this beautiful pearly energy in your life. All right? And there's going to be a strong illumination of who it is that you're meant to be and where it is that you're meant to head to get on this brand new adventure. All right? Because you're the chosen one, pile 1. Remember that. Okay, so this is what I have for you, pile 1. I hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below. This is all for free, my love. So I would truly appreciate it if you can leave a comment, because that is also free for you and you don't have to pay to place a comment. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out the description box below for my Etsy. If you are an international client and if you're from India, you can check out my tarot booking form in my Linktree link, which is given in the pinned comment as well as in the description box. You can also donate to me and my channel through my PayPal, that is given in the description box, along with my Amazon wish lists. If you would like to donate certain tarot decks and oracle decks and you feel extra generous, you can do that as well. All right, my loves. So thank you so much, pile 1. I hope that you enjoyed this reading and got a lot out of it. Peace. Alright, so for my pile 2, for those of you who chose the Aurora Garden, my loves, what a beautiful card right here. I mean, this is so magical, alright? So the messages from the 5th dimension that are coming through for you. First message that I'm getting is that it's time to face yourself. It's time to face certain parts of you that get triggered when you lose out on something, or when you lose out on someone, or when you are faced with any kind of loss in this world. You know, in this world, it's like we associate loss with some kind of a lack within ourselves, or at times we associate loss with grieving about it, or going through a process where we feel like we are not enough, or why do we have to go through this? We feel like a victim of this life. We feel like a victim of circumstance. We blame ourselves. We terrorize ourselves, for why did we get attached in the first place, etc., etc. The connotation with what we lose versus how we react when we lose something or someone is scary. At times it can bring you into depression. It can bring you into that grieving process, the 5 stages of grief I'm hearing, right? So spirit is asking you, and the 5th dimensional beings are asking you to step into this phase where you are not afraid of loss anymore. And now I know this is too much for me to ask of you, pile 2, but this is what the 5D beings have mastered. Okay, they have mastered this. And for you to be able to ascend truly into that 5th dimension, into that, creating that heaven on earth for your life, for yourself, for the people you love, for also your star family, for your galactic ancestors, whatever it may be, right? It's imperative that you learn the meaning of loss and to dive deep into what it means, why it happens, what is your personal experience with loss, and how triggered you get, how wounded you feel when you're losing something, and how can you turn it into something positive, into pearls of wisdom that you can then take with you on this journey to your soul's adventure and expansion, right? That's coming through very strongly from the 5D beings, is for you to master the loss, because with every loss, pile 2, interesting, I said pile 1, sorry, pile 2, with every loss comes a new beginning. With every sacrifice that you make comes an exchange of something different, something unique, something new, and so are you really losing out on anything? And now you must think that I'm so selfish, because of course that one thing that you lost meant so much to you that you could get triggered into this feeling of feeling like that you are a victim, that why did this happen to you? You feel like you're suffering and there's no one to coddle you, no one understands your pain, you feel alone, you feel left out, and honestly what you are seeing as a loss is something that is has been given to you by the universe and has been taken from you by the universe. So does anything ever belong to you? Pile 2. Does anything ever belong to you? No matter how deeply attached you get, no matter how deeply you love them to the point that you now don't know whether you will be able to survive or last, or things like that. Is it ever really yours? Or are you in an illusion that if you love something or if you are attached to something, that it's meant to stay with you forever? And because I'm not saying that reality doesn't exist, because every reality that you can imagine exists in this universe, where whatever you love stays with you forever, whatever you want, it lives with you forever, right? But I'm saying in this reality, in this particular dimension, you are here to learn about the wisdom that you gain from that loss, and the wisdom that you gain by then getting something brand new, and to be able to take that risk, to be foolish enough to move forward, and to experience that adventure all over again. So Spirit is asking you to get more courage in your life towards loss, all right? Any kind of loss. So this garden, Aurora garden, it says here, beginning, initiate, and origin, right? So something about your origin, something about you researching about your origin, or about also the initiation that you're going through with these losses, because the losses that are coming into your life are a part of the initiation. So some of you could have seen a lot of spiritual teachers talk about how they went through a very deep loss in their life, or a very sad, grieving moment in their life, which really made them step into their spiritual path, which made them activate their spiritual gifts, which triggered them into gaining a lot more wisdom, a lot more knowledge, to be able to then help others, through that wound that they have suffered with, right? So are wounds really that bad, when we try to blame other people for bringing us down, for bringing us into this state of sorrow, just because we were attached and now we lost that person or that thing that, now we are grieving? Is that grief really a bad thing? Is it something that's really hurting you in the long run, or it's healing you in the long run? How do you see grief? That's something that's coming through very strongly for pile 2, all right? Because it's a part of the initiation, it's a new beginning. The grief itself is pointing at a direction where now you are going to enlighten yourself, in that dark night of the soul. There's beauty in the dark night of the soul. I'm seeing a lot of darkness here in this card, and I'm seeing glowing, illuminating lights. I'm seeing souls traversing here. Okay, there are souls here. So there are so many souls who have been on that same journey of going through that grief, going through that sorrow. So do you think you're truly alone in that experience, or do you think there are other timelines, other beings, other people who have been through the same things as you have, and are learning and are gaining wisdom and are initiating themselves into this temple, into this garden of beauty, into their own origins? The more you go into that period of clenching or feeling like you are helpless, the more help you get from the divine, is what I'm hearing. The more you surrender, the more the light beings are here to assist you and guide you in this process, all right? Wow, what a beautiful message. That's just through my intuition. I haven't even opened the book yet, by the way. I just have the page open like this. So now we are going to open the book and read what this book says for you, all right? So we have the Aurora garden here. Now let's read from the book for you guys, for pile 2. It says, beneath the play of light within the sky, the auroras that fill us with wonder and awe, lie ancient temples and divine ones, intact, emerging only when the conditions align. Then they can find their way back into the world for a moment, to be glimpsed by those who can see clearly the veils between the worlds are parted for a time. In this sacred place, you are invited to dwell a while, to talk of your deep dreams, to hear music that will open your heart, to allow your mind to expand until you feel the constraints of personality giving way to call of your soul. Within the space, you are encouraged to begin again, to be as a child within the world when you return, to have a response that is clear and open and wise in the way an adult has forgotten to be. For when we begin again, and when we go back to the very essence of who we are, we can then walk in the world and speak the truth, perceive what is there, know the intent of others, and make choices that guide us in the direction of spirit. When this card comes, know that you are being invited to take part in this initiation of this temporary temple. This place of light and sound, you will be reminded of who you truly are. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps. You are not only layers of conditioning, a certain personality, a gathering of experiences. This is a chance to free yourself of the old aspects of the self, an opportunity to be reborn into the next stage of your life. This next stage will offer you a space beyond that of the physical world,
alliances which are both within and beyond nature, and you will witness marvels of the spirit. Grow within this space just as flowers do, for you are as glorious as the sky, as eternal as the light itself. Whoa. Pile 2, oh my goodness, I feel like a child. I feel like giving you a kiss on your cheek. I feel like giving you a warm hug. It's like we meet finally, soul family. We have been through the pits of hell. We have been through the dark night of the soul. We are experiencing this together. We are in unison, in unity, even through our suffering, even through our pain, even through our trauma. It's not like you are the only one who has went through what you are going through. We are all in this together, god damn it. And when we understand the power of that unity, we get the strength to become a child again. It's like there's no doubts about it, right? Because nothing is ever lost. You can constantly come back to this temporary temple to fulfill yourself, to feel whole again, to feel fulfilled again. So even in this one lifetime, if you are not able to come back to this place, it's like you have multiple lifetimes to be able to go into this garden, to begin again, to initiate yourself again, to go on an adventure again, and to not be fearful of anything, to not be fearful of loss. Especially for you, pile 2, that's what you're working through in this lifetime, I feel like. And the 5D beings are here to provide you that sanctuary, that garden, whenever you are going through this. Because the richness of the world, your inner world, when you're going through that darkness, when you're going through that sad phase in your life, learn to see the light in that. That is what the 5D beings want to teach you. They want to give you pearls of wisdom. They want to enlighten you. They want to help you see the light within the darkness and to be an illumination for people around you. So yeah, it's like you are meant to be in wonder and awe, when you enter into this initiation. And this sacred place is going to help you in being able to talk about whatever it is that you deeply dream of in this world, to be able to hear music that actually opens your heart. So some of you need to tap into some music that really makes you feel alive, that makes you feel weightless, that makes you feel light as a feather, I'm hearing, okay? But also grounded as a rock is what I'm hearing. Very interesting. So that's like a paradox in itself, but that's what we are. We are a paradox, and to understand that is to understand that loss and gain are parts of the same spectrum. Wow, it's the same, it's one and the same. It's just a polarity of the unity of that concept. Yeah, to listen to music, to some of you could be musicians as well. So if you feel like you have a creative block, or that your heart has closed down because of a loss, or your mind has shrunk, instead of expanding, then spirit is allowing you through this message to be able to see through, where you feel blocked, and to be able to expand it through your understanding of what this suffering was all about, what this dark night was all about. All right. And expanding until you feel the constraints of personality giving way to call for your soul, right? So there are aspects of your personality that are going to come online the more you recognize this, and the more you tap deeper into yourself when going through this process. All right. It's like you are allowed to begin again, no matter what happened in the past. Pile 2, it's like you are allowed to begin again. You're allowed to cherish life again, after this period. And this new beginning is going to be filled with more magical experiences. And 5D beings are asking you to not get extremely attached to anything. That's the lesson you are meant to learn. All right? That is something that you're meant to learn in this particular phase of your life. So it says here, you are about to witness a miracle to remind you that you are the living embodiment of wonder. Pile 2, exactly. Okay, exactly, my love. So let's see the next card. We have orange. We have nurture yourself. Yes, exactly. Pile 2. This is about giving yourself the love that at times you felt that other person you lost was giving you. Giving yourself that nurturing, that care, that support, that warm hug which I was giving you virtually. If I was in front of you, I would truly give you a warm hug, because I know you need it at times. I know that that pain that you have gone through, because I personally have gone through that, something similar, where a person that took care of me, I called her Mani. She is the love of my life, truly. She is a part of my soul family, and I lost her, to the other side, to the afterlife, 2 years ago, and during that period I felt like I was I don't know, like I was very, very upset with everything, like with the divine, with, you know, the cosmos, why they have to, you know, do this to us. And the more and more I went deep within that, the more I realized that that person, basically Mani, in my life, you know, she was teaching me how to nurture myself as well, just as much as how much she nurtured me. It's like that was an aspect of me teaching me how to give myself the love that I so freely give to others, right? So that was a lesson she was teaching me. And at times she would over nurture me as well, you know, to the point where, you know, I would feel like I need to detach, I need to stay away. And when I lost her, I started, you know, thinking about all those times when I did not pay attention, when I could have, you know. So there are certain regrets that come about when you lose someone, when you lose something. And also, by the way, Mani, she took care of not just me from my childhood, because my mother was a stage show singer, you know, so she had to work a lot and things like that. So she took care of me since not only me, as in she took care of my mother as well since she was a child, and my mother's elder sister as well, you know. So she was with my grandmother from a very long time. They were like friends with each other, best friends with each other, you know, Mani and Dida, I call them, you know. So yeah, when I lost her, it was a very, very painful initiation for me to understand my own origins, and to understand we all come from that same divine source, that same origin, and we return to that origin. And the more we can nurture ourselves in this process and enjoy the journey, and you know, have the courage to begin again and again without, you know, a strong attachment to people, which, you know, that's exactly what we are here to learn. Somehow, you know, we realize that we had powers unknown to us, you know, that is what we are here to learn, you know. So Spirit is asking you, pile 2, to nurture yourself, to love yourself, to also recognize that there are more harmonic relationships that are going to come into your life. Either they are already in your life, or they are about to become a routine in your life, a soulmate that you attract in your life who is going to love you immensely, or who already is eyeing you, you know, and wants to nurture you. But for that, you have to start nurturing yourself. You have to start looking at aspects of yourself that you have at times disowned. At times you have felt that, you know, either they are too much for people or too little for people. At times you could have judged yourself, criticized yourself for these losses that you went through, or it could be financial losses as well, right? You could have been very hard on yourself. So Spirit is asking you to now nurture yourself, not be hard on yourself, not demean yourself. What is your inner dialogue with yourself, right? Because these new beginnings are going to be based upon your internal dialogue at the origin of that new beginning. The seed of that new beginning has to be nurtured before it can become a beautiful tree that gives you back what you require of it, right? But if the seed itself is damaged because of all the negative criticisms that you have about yourself, or whatever it may be, that will, you know, cloud your judgment about how it is that you can then fulfill your mission on this planet, or fulfill your purpose on this planet. All right, so something about you nurturing yourself will then allow you to nurture others who you love, and also not become extremely attached to the point that that is the only source of your love, and that there's no source within to love yourself. You know, that is something that you're detaching from, and you are developing a healthy attachment style with people, is what I'm hearing. Okay, wow, we have another orange card. Interesting. We have allow flow and synchronicity in your life. So this is something about your sacral chakra as well, pile 2. Okay, there's something about your sexuality, your creativity. So some of you are going to begin something creatively in your life, okay, and something about your sexual nature is also getting activated. So I feel like through this period of loss, it's like you could have grieved a lot, or you could have been in the dark night of the soul, or wanting to isolate yourself from people. And the more and more you went within, the more and more you started getting initiated, and this new beginning was already on the horizon. It was ready for you to step into it the moment you recognize the meaning of this lesson of loss, right? So once you recognize this, once you realize this, the 5D beings are coming through to tell you that now you're merging into a new timeline filled with creativity, filled with joy, with happiness, and filled with you know, a lot of flow and synchronicity into your life. You know, there's going to be a lot of synchronicities that you start seeing once you nurture yourself. Once you also maybe have some oranges or orange juice every morning will help you a lot in detoxing as well. Some of you really need to detox. Maybe some of you could have been emotionally eating, or not being watchful of how much you're spending at times, or doing things in the flow of emotions and having a lot of tantrums towards the universe for why things happen the way they do. But now is the time to finally begin to nurture yourself, and initiate yourself into this new flow and synchronicity that is about to enter in your life. Pile 2. All right, some of you could be Virgo, Aries, Aries strong, and Scorpio as well. All right, so let's see the next card. Some of you could wear coral as well, or need to wear coral, or get some crystals that are orange, and be able to meditate with them in like a lotus position is what I'm hearing. Okay, this will help you in grounding your energies and being able to start this brand new journey for yourself. Okay, we have friendship, beautiful. Let's get all the other cards. We have adjustment is required, and we have eternal life. Wow. Beautiful. Look at the oranges in your spread, pile 2. So this is telling me that there's a lot of support coming through in your life. Okay, look at that, the unity energy and the origin energy. I was telling you that there's power in unity, even though you feel that you are alone on this journey, and that you are meant to lose everyone, and getting too attached to people at times can make you feel so lonely in life that you don't want to get out of that anymore, because that darkness itself becomes a sanctuary. And I agree, that darkness itself is a gift. It's the gift from the underworld, from our mother, from the dark depths of the ocean. She is the darkness. She embodies the darkness. She embodies the unknown of life, the mysteries of life, right? So when we are met with her through this sorrow, through these challenges, that's when we meet her truly, our divine mother, right? So there is power in that, but there is power in also, it's like you're going to realize through these new friendships and new fun that is entering your life about how much that playtime matters, how much unity between people matters, no matter how temporary your journey is. That level of freedom that you give to each other to be able to meet on this journey, to be together, but also to detach yourselves and to go on your own solo journey, and to meet again in other worlds and other dimensions and things like that. This has to be a playful project. And although there is suffering, there is a dark night of the soul, there is depth to the experience. That depth is also required. That darkness is required for our souls to be able to then ground ourselves. The grounding is required so that you can shoot up into the stars. Without that grounding, there's no support. There's no there's no way that you can strengthen yourself deeply and feel grounded, so that there can be a lift off, like a proper lift off, right? So that is the work of the mother. The mother does that, and yeah, this is beautiful, my love. So there's new friendships, new loyal friends coming into your life, new ways to have fun with these friends. It's like you could go out and do some projects together, or you could go on adventures together, go on these sacred gatherings together, where maybe you're doing some plant medicine, or you are adjusting your perception on life itself through these transformative experiences. And the more you do, the more you will realize that you are a part of eternal life, that you never die, you only transform. And the more you keep transforming, the more your soul learns these lessons to be able to expand into this beautiful lotus, into this beautiful fun and playful energy, into this energy of unity and abundance. And that solitude actually gives you that lift off, is what I'm hearing, right? So both are part of the same thing. So that is coming through. And also looking back and moving forward, look at that with the adjustment card, right? So yeah, there's an adjustment that is required in how you look at yourself in the past versus how you look at yourself in the future, right? And in the past, whatever happened was for you to gain certain gems and wisdom of the soul. But now in the future, moving forward, there's a whole new you that is transforming. It's like your ancestors are taking root in your soul and coming through with a lot of wisdom. And there's an owl here, as I can see on her head, right? So there's a lot of wisdom that you are gaining in this new process in your life. And you will also gain friends that are very, very wise, wise friends, friends that are aware about the eternal life, are aware about the fun and play that is also necessary for you to be an initiate and to be able to receive your spiritual gifts and to learn about your origins and to start again. And that adventure itself teaching you and your higher self wisdom and knowledge that is irreplaceable, right? There's gems in this that you will be able to see once you get out of that negative mindset of what the darkness means, or what solitude means, or what depression means, or what suffering means. All of those emotions are part of the process of getting to know your dark side, your deep side, your mother side, your divine mother side. Okay, so know that. Looking back and moving forward, so you will be moving forward into understanding eternal life. Some of you could be diving into the mysteries of the pyramid, Egyptian deities. Some of you are getting initiated into the Egyptian mysteries yourself. Through this dark night of the soul, you have either studied about this or you are about to study about this, and there's a lot of ancient wisdom and knowledge going to come through and pour into you, and you are going to gain the powers of understanding that nothing dies, it only transforms, it only gets initiated into something new, into something of a new beginning, into more fun, into more joy, into more unity, at times into dark night of the soul that can also trigger these things, right? And that is a gift in itself, you know, is to be able to experience all of that in its totality, is what I'm hearing, because it develops part of your souls, like different aspects of your soul develops through these experiences, all right? Like a lotus, I'm seeing the chakras, right? And this is especially the sacral chakra with the orange color here. All right, so pile 2, what a beautiful reading, my love. So let's get some tarot cards and then we'll get some advice for you. I think I channeled so much for your reading that it's like I didn't even take any other book that you know, I have to read from. Although, do you want me to spirit? Do you want me to read? Okay, I'll read friendship for you guys. Hold on, I'll read the number 11, friendship, for you guys. Okay, some of you could be 24 years old, 33 years old, 18 years old, 16 years old. Right, or you could be life path number 1, 2, 4, 8, 6, 3. Okay, so let's see. Friendship. The 2 smiling young women on this card look out over the beauty of their homeland with joyous appreciation. The profound kindred connection they share is clearly a wellspring of ongoing support and happiness. This card is telling you that it's an important time to reconnect with friends and loved ones in order to experience the camaraderie and joint intentions of your soul group. Exactly. That's exactly what I meant. There is a powerful vibration that comes from a connection forged in shared history, philosophy, and loving experiences. It is a palpable yet often unspoken union that brings deep feelings of support. This may or may not be the family of your youth, but when the resonance of these individuals vibrate in harmony, innocence, and enjoyment, you can rest assured that it is the family of your soul. You may have been feeling the need for support lately. If so, let yourself turn to those you know who will allow you to express all your deepest desires and fears without judgment or derision. Unite with others of like mind so you can continue to support each other through the good times and bad. This card also encourages you to get together with others for the simple intentions of fun and play. The times when you share these magical vibrations will spread the irresistible resonance of joy exponentially through your life and theirs. Always remember, you deserve to let go, to have fun, to come together with the happy souls that lift your energy and fill you with hope, comfort, laughter, and unbounded bliss. Alright, so the affirmation here is, I open myself to the supportive connections around me. I join in the fun and joy that these loving friendships can bring. Beautiful, my loves. That's exactly what I've been explaining here as well. Alright, so pile 2. Tell me about pile 2, spirit. Anything from the tarot that wants to come through from the 5D for them. 5D messages for pile 2 pertaining to the spread. 5D messages for pile 2 pertaining to the spread. We have 10 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, that makes sense, my loves. Let's get 2 more cards. We have Tower. Wow. Okay. There's a disruption of a family unit that has happened in your life. I do see that. The family that was happy once upon a time has now become bitter or sour, or there has been a loss in family, or a separation within a family dynamic, which has left you wounded, which has left you feeling as if, you know, that you need to completely isolate yourself and to, you know, be alone and take care of your own wounds, because if you share this weakness with others, that they might get unhappy, or they might get unnecessarily burdened, or they might judge you, or they might criticize you, and there's a tower happening in that. So any kind of foundation that was meant to, you know, be taken away from you, you know, that was meant to happen so that you could experience this initiation into a new beginning for yourself, but you're terrified of this new beginning, and so spirit is causing a tower in your life to be able to then help you in rebirthing yourself in the best way possible, and to renew your hope within yourself as well. Pile 2, all right? Some of you could be Scorpio, could be Pisces and Sagittarius as well. Aries, Leo, Sag coming through strongly. But yeah, these wounds are about to be healed, but first they are going to go through this initiation of this chaotic energy that you are being hit by, so that you can enlighten yourself to be more adjustable to life rather than being fixated and overly attached and then being wounded due to that extreme attachment to something or someone, or something being a particular way according to you, because everything is not under our control in this life, because it is something that has been given to us, and we have taken this opportunity to learn and to grow. So having fun with these experiences is something that you're meant to learn, and the 5D beings are asking you to see this as a part of play, see this as a part of fun, no matter what you lose, no matter who you lose, because you're not really losing them. They're just going back to their rightful place where they belong, where they are meant to go. And the more you surrender into that, the more you will be able to release and heal from these wounds as well. All right. So Spirit, what is the advice from the elements for pile 2 pertaining to the spread? Any advice from the elements for pile 2 pertaining to the spread? Any advice for pile 2? Wow, look at that. The cleansing, the purging, the clearing, my loves. Pile 2. The cleansing, the clearing of your vision, the adjustment that is required now after you realizing that you have to cry it out, you have to purge, you have to, go through these storms by yourself, and at times there will be no support. At times you will feel like you are alone, and that you are doing it all by yourself. But the 5D beings are coming through to tell you that they were giving you a shelter, with this hand coming through here. It's like they saw you going through this, my loves. Okay, you're alone here, you feel like this storm is only hitting you, but there's a hand supporting you through this process. So learn to acknowledge the invisible forces that are here to assist you, and to not take them for granted just because you went through something and now you hate everything and everyone in your sight, right? To acknowledge the support that comes through when you're alone and when you're going through this dark night of the soul process, where the lights start illuminating and you get the gems and wisdom. This comes from these higher beings helping you and sacrificing their own light to be able to give you some of theirs. There's a lot of sacrifice that goes on as well from the higher beings for us to be able to ascend, and to acknowledge that is to go deep within yourself and to see this life as a grand adventure, and to be in union and harmony with your spirit guides, with these 5D beings who want to be your friends now. They don't want you to feel as if they are never there with you, and every time you feel alone, know that they are also your friends and they are there with you whenever you need their support and assistance in being able to cleanse the storms out of your life. All right. They don't want you to ever feel alone again. Okay, that's coming through very strongly for you. 23 could be significant also in terms of age. All right. Beautiful, my loves, pile 2. So thank you so much for tuning into this reading. If you enjoyed this reading, let me know in the comments down below, as this helps this video circulate to people who also need this. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out the description box as well as the pinned comment for my Etsy shop link, as well as my tarot booking form link for Indians as well as international clients. You can also donate tarot decks and oracle decks to my wish list. Those links are given in my Linktree link below, along with my PayPal donation link. So in case you want to donate to me and spread the joy and the fun that will return to you times tenfold, you can do that as well through my PayPal link. All right, so thank you so much, pile 2, and peace. All right, so pile 3, for those of you who chose the tree of illumination, what are the messages from 5D for you? All right, the first thing that I'm hearing for your pile is trees nourish themselves from sweet and bitter things. Okay, this is something that I had heard from 𝗵𝗵𝗀𝗵 on his channel Inner Standing. So what it means is that basically we as human beings, as souls, we come here on this planet, and at times we wonder, why isn't God helping us? Why aren't the divine beings stepping down from their thrones, so-called thrones that we imagine in the sky, and come down and assist us, and guide us and illuminate our path, and help us in this physical life, which is filled with struggles, with challenges and things like that? And the answer to that is because we are like trees, okay? And the trees, when there are rotten fruits and when there are difficult situations that trees go through, it's like they also nourish the soil by those rotten fruits. So whatever is discarded through the trees is also a form of nourishment for them, right? So even if that rotten fruit is bitter, it's like it's nourishing the soil, which is then giving more life to the tree in itself. So that is coming through to tell you, pile 3, that if there have been certain challenging issues where you have felt like that there were either a lot of lies told in your name or in your life about yourself, or that there were certain things that you felt muddled about or you were unclear about in your life, where you felt like the divine was to blame for everything. So at times you could have disconnected from the divine, or you could have disconnected from your spirit guides and shut down your communication with them at times. This tree of illumination is coming through to tell you that the truth has always been working for you. The truth has been protecting you. The truth always remains what it is, and sometimes the truth that we perceive in our life doesn't have to be the whole truth. It isn't the totality of the truth, and we can never know the complete truth as well, right? So there's a humbling in that. There's a a slightly you can say an ego death in that as well, that we will never know the totality of the truth, because we are meant to know certain truths about ourselves in our lives, but we cannot go beyond something in order to learn some truth, unless and until we really sacrifice our lives, like Buddha and Jesus, etc. These beings who really took it upon themselves to know the ultimate truth and do their part in recognizing that for themselves, because of their own sensitivities, etc. Right? Until we are like those beings, we also have our own journey and our own path, and to understand this life and its own revelations and how the truth have their own layers in them, and it's like we get layers of the truth to understand our lives in deeper meanings through these revelations, step by step, in layers. All right, so yeah, that is coming through from the 5D beings to tell you that at times maybe either you could have thought that you know the ultimate truth, or you know it all, or at times there could be an ego about yourself that that why aren't things happening in favor of you, even though you follow things spiritually, or you do things for yourself or for the divine, or maybe you give offerings, etc. Some of you could fall into that category as well, where at times you victimize yourself. Some of you could have also been victimized by others, where somebody could have blamed you and called you a liar, or called you someone who preaches without any particular foundation that you have with the divine. So some of you could have been blamed. Some of you could have been lied to as well. You could have dealt with cheaters or liars, or a lot of people who like to manipulate, in order to take advantage of your kindness, or at times your love towards them, right? And Spirit is coming through to tell you that whatever these experiences were teaching you how to illuminate your own tree, was teaching you how to nourish yourself from these experiences, even though they were bitter, even though they were lies, even though that was cruel, even though that was demeaning, even though that was harsh. What did you learn is the question that 5D beings are asking you. What was the truth about yourself that was revealed to you? What was the understanding about these people that was revealed to you, that also helps you see through people, that also helps you gain more insight, more knowledge, more intelligence into the kind of manipulation that people can portray, and how you can then defend yourself, save yourself, protect people that you love from them, right? How has it nourished you? How has the darkness nourished you? How has the shadows of your life, the shadows of yourself, protected you? And at times you could have felt like that that was the only way to live, is that you had to be hard, you had to be harsh yourself, because life is full of harshness and full of survival, is what I'm hearing from your end. Some of you could have been in that survival mode due to the bitterness that was unleashed in your life through this revelation of truths, and how much you saw through people, and you could not believe your eyes when there were certain truths that were being revealed to you. But Spirit is asking you to illuminate yourself through these truths, and to not see these truths as outside of yourself, but also inside of yourself, and how these truths have their own layers to it, and how this journey is cyclical. It's a spiral. It's not something that's a straight journey, right? It's a cyclical path that we are on, and that's how we grow in spirals. So if you felt dizzy, if you felt like that things in your life are actually making you more like a victim of situation, or more like as if you are painted as the culprit in a situation that you are not in fault of, look at the deeper understanding of that. Where did you yourself see yourself as a liar at times? Because maybe you were not illuminated to the totality of truth, but you still wanted to preach about how much you know it all or how much you have known until now. It's time to kind of self-reflect into how much illumination you have versus how much you believe you have and how much you know you have, right? There's a difference in them as well. And the more you dive deeper, the more you will be able to reveal the truths within that reality for yourself as well, right? So let me read a little bit because I was just channeling for you guys. Some of you could be Libra over here. So there are within this world certain trees which have qualities that are unique and magical. All trees have little of this magic, but in some, the power accumulates and rests and rises until the tree becomes a part of a sacred place, in which great healing, revelations, understanding, and moments of insight can take place. They have been many among the great divine ones of the world, Odin and Yggdrasil, Buddha and the tree, and this tree is one such of those. You are now invited to step into the energies of this tree and receive the wisdom it wishes to offer you. In your own world, make the time to connect with all trees, but in this moment, gazing upon this card, know that there dwells within this tree a great spirit, who wishes now to share with you the potent magic of the realms some would call fairy. This shining one now invites you in. As you enter and lay down beneath the branches, light will fall upon you and nurture you and become a part of you, so that you can know the truth of any circumstance that has troubled you. Take this worry to the tree of illumination, and when you still yourself and listen to the trees and go to the trees, you will return with all that you seek to know, right? So 5D beings are coming through to tell you that there are gifts that are activating within you that will be able to assist you in seeing the truth of all situations, all right? But first you have to kind of heal parts of yourself that believes it already knows that, okay? Some of you have that energy, some of you feel like a victim of circumstance, and you need to heal that in order to then humble yourself in front of the tree of illumination energy that is coming through from the 5D beings. Okay, there's a humbling that is required in this pile 3, all right, to be able to gain this wisdom and knowledge and truth, all right? So the illumination of this card is, it is within the branches of the trees that knowledge and wisdom will be found. Do not ask yourself anymore, ask the trees and the answer will be yours. So some of you could have been incessantly believing that you have all the answers, and some of you need to humble and maybe, you know, go to certain sacred places or experience sacredness through your meditation, you know, humble yourself towards your higher self, towards the divine, to understand the depth of the bitterness of your experiences, to understand the lies of people around you and why it triggers you to become that yourself, like become a liar yourself or become a know-it-all yourself or become the aspect of your personality that is distorted yourself. You know, how does it encourage you to get into that aspect and to understand that aspect fully? You know, there's nothing wrong with these aspects, it's just a distorted way of seeing the world and seeing yourself, and that needs to be healed, all right? So beautiful, my loves. And 7 is also a very divine number, so some of you are meant to illuminate this tree completely, like you're meant to have knowledge about a lot of different aspects, a lot of different things. And trees themselves are connected, you know, like they nourish each other, they help each other grow, they help give each other the nutrients, the minerals. If one tree is lacking something, there's a network, you know, beneath the soil that connects each tree to each other and guides them, you know, in case there's some nutrition or vitamins that are necessary, that tree will sacrifice its nutrients to give it to the other tree, you know. That's how in unison they work. So I feel like there's knowledge in that, there's knowledge in that power and truth, that there's more power in unity and being able to help each other and uplift each other than it is to see ourselves as distorted or see others as distorted and kind of polarize ourselves in that, you know, because again, trees nourish themselves from sweet and bitter things. That's the message for you in this pile, all right? So let's see the next card for you. We have Rose. Wow, attract a relationship. Interesting. So pile 3, there could be a relationship that either you are attracting currently or you have already attracted in your life, and there's an illumination happening about this relationship as well. So either you are realizing that you are falling deeper into your heart towards this person, and the more you are falling, the more you are realizing that there are parts of yourself that you need to strip away, you know. There's certain dark parts of your heart that you don't want illuminated, because I see this rose but I also see the shadows, okay, like as if only there are parts of the petals that are illuminated, whereas there's some shadows as well here. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. hold on, my whole left leg is kind of getting that, I don't know what it's called, but like when it gets numb and, you know, due to sitting for some, you know, period, and yeah, I'm just trying to fix it. But what I'm getting for you guys, pile 3, is that you're realizing something about the depth of your heart. The truth is being illuminated about how deeply you can love, or how much you are having to face your shadows, your darkness, your traumas, your wounds, things that you want to hide about yourself, that are wanting to come out of the darkness, that want to be illuminated, you know, with this tree of illumination. And the 5D beings are coming through to tell you that there are aspects of your shadow that need to be healed before you can get into this relationship, because your love is already blooming for someone. It's like the pot is being stirred, you know, and the bitterness of your experiences in love is coming up to the surface, because you feel like being bitter towards them at times. You feel like a love-hate dynamic with this person, or at times you feel like, you know, that this person is disgusting, you need to leave them alone. At times you feel like you are magnetically pulled towards them, you can't take your eyes off of them, and there's this love-hate, push-pull, magnetism and repelling that is going on in your energy. And Spirit is asking you, and the 5D beings are asking you, to look at your shadows, to look at where you have stopped looking at your internal truth without being judgmental towards others for what has happened to you. Okay, because there's a deeper understanding in that you're meant to learn from, pile 3. All right, so let's see the next card for you. Wow, we have another red card, pile 3. Interesting. It says free yourself from pain. Look at that. That is exactly what I've been speaking about, pile 3. Trees nourish themselves from sweet and bitter things, right? Free yourself from pain. Pain is bitter, right? It's that bitterness, but somewhere it's like you have wanted to free yourself of it rather than learn about it, rather than gain a deeper knowledge about that pain, why it happens, where it comes from, what makes it stay in your energy to the point that it now distorts all new relationships that come in your life, all new friendships, all new business connections. How is that aspect of your pain body tainting your relationships with others and distorting your perception about others? How is it making you more secluded, or more calculated, or more manipulative, you know, instead of pointing fingers at others and seeing that other rose as also someone who's doing the same, so I'm going to do the same, or seeing that other person as being closed off, so I'm also going to be closed off. How are you mirroring each other? I'm seeing two people mirror each other here. I think you both have gone through similar painful lessons in life, and you both find each other to be either manipulative, or you both find each other to be hiding secrets, because again there's a lot of shadows in this card as well, although here it's less, here it's more with the rose. All right, so yeah, that's something that's coming through. Like, where are you hiding from your pain, or where are you not facing the part of your pain where it doesn't all have to be someone else's fault? Some of it is your fault, your shadow's fault, for sticking up with that person, for letting that person do that to you, for, you know, and sometimes it's then it either when you face it, it makes you extremely harsh on yourself rather than soothing that part of yourself, giving and nourishing that part of yourself that triggered that in the first place. Okay, some of you could be Virgo or Taurus as well. All right, so let's see the other cards for you. But freeing yourself from pain is this next chapter of your life, where once you free yourself from this pain is when you will be able to attract this relationship, because it's like you are uncovering the layers of your heart and you're seeing that you're falling for someone. That's what I'm picking up with this energy. But because you're falling for someone, there's a lot of pain that is being illuminated, and that is the truth, because sometimes truth is not very easy to hear. It's not something that is easy to face. Truth is painful. Truth is pain. Pain is the truth. Pain is one of the truths of even the highest meditators and monks who have experienced it, you know, because I've done Vipassana. So when I went to their classes and when I sat there and meditated, the first thing that I experienced was pain in my body, literally. The first thing. And that is the truth of meditation, is the more you gain deeper internal knowledge about your sacredness and about your truth, the harder it gets, the more painful it gets before you realize to be free from that pain. You have to first understand that pain, experience that pain, and give love to that pain. Understand it, you know. So that is something that's coming through for you guys as well. We have touching earth, planting something new. Yeah. So your angels are also helping you with gaining this wisdom, gaining this understanding that if there is certain pain that you're not able to hold on to within your body because it's so great a pain that it's something that really shakes you up from the inside, it's time to give it to the Mama Earth. You know, we have a tree here, we have touching earth here. So touching a tree, hugging a tree, giving it to the soil, giving it to the grass wherever you are going in nature, you know, that will help you in planting this new relationship with a fresh foundation without the shadows of the past hurting you in the process again, you know. How can you do that? And the only way you can do that is also having a mirror in front of you and seeing how you are acting rather than pointing fingers, and where your pain is hiding in your pain body, and how can you release it to Mama Earth so that she can absorb it and give you healing frequencies in return, you know, by transmuting that. That is something that's coming through very strongly. Some of you could also be Aries here, is coming through. All right. Leo as well, and Taurus again. So yeah, hidden knowledge. Look at that. So pile 3, there's some hidden knowledge that is going to be illuminated in your life. Okay, Akashic records, silent understanding. Look at that. This connection that you're attracting is something where you will silently understand each other so much that you won't have to talk too much, because you both have been through exactly similar. Some of you could be twin flames. Okay, very strong twin flame, soulmate, divine counterpart energy coming through. But for you to be able to attract this kind of a relationship, which is going to be deep as well as illuminating, it is going to be stable, solid, yet filled with freedom and light and joy and surrendering, right? You want that kind of a relationship. I can see that. But whatever hidden knowledge there is in your life, it's time to illuminate it, right? And that illumination will happen through the silent understanding of your pain, to be able to free yourself from it. Understand your pain, understand where it comes from, research about it, go deep into it, right? That is going to help you a lot. I saw Buddha here. Very, very interesting. Some of you are meant to like go very deep into your root chakra, explore your root chakra very heavily. Okay, some of you could have had some addiction, some substance abuse energies, or burning bush and lineage tree. So your ancestors are coming through to give you some hidden knowledge through you know, these trees, the energy of trees, rose, fragrance. There's so much red here. There's a lot of interesting. We have rainbow colors here, and we have root chakra here. So there's some stability that wants to take root in your life. And I think there's a mouth here, which is so interesting. Wow. Wow, that's such a deep card, pile 3. You know what I'm getting from this? The hidden knowledge is in your root chakra, in the base of your root. It's in there. It's there that your pain resides. I'm seeing the toothache here with the teeth here. That's how it looks like to me. I'm seeing toothache here, right? So some of you could be literally experiencing toothache, but you need to go to the dentist basically for that. But yeah, the pain is hiding in your root chakra. And root chakra deals with stability, with security, with a sense of foundation. The pain is hidden in that, and there's hidden knowledge in your root chakra which is meant to be transmuted. Okay, and this truth has been revealed so that the relationships in your life can become free of pain, can be a relationship that is filled with sensuality, with not being afraid to express yourself sexually, sensually, indulge in your senses, activate your primal senses, and not in a way to overindulge in it though, but to be able to have sacred sexuality in your life. Okay, there's hidden knowledge about sacred sexuality that wants to be expressed through you, and that will happen once you transmute that pain body into Mother Earth and help her transmute, and also help her, you know, by giving offerings to Earth also is what I'm hearing, and that will activate your ancestors in being able to activate you as well through the truth and revelations and understanding of how it is that you're meant to move forward from this point onward. Pile Pile 3, right? So let's see the tarot cards for what this is saying. Should I read some of this? Okay, I'm going to read hidden knowledge. All right, 52. Hidden knowledge, silent understanding. The priestess of lynx gazes at the world with silent understanding. Supernatural eyesight is attributed to the lynx, giving it the ability to see what is secret or hidden. Its tufted ears symbolize clairaudience, the ability to hear what isn't being said. This represents your power at this time. If you sit in silence, a deeper understanding will reveal itself. You will see what people are hiding from you, from others, and even from themselves. That's interesting. You will also be able to hear and comprehend their secrets. In fact, you may find that people share with you their hidden truths and troubles. Interesting, we have a mouth here. People are going to speak, oh my god, without speaking, with the silent understanding. Exactly, pile 3. Wow. Deep, okay? You will also be able to hear and comprehend their secrets. In fact, you may find that people share with you their hidden truths and troubles. For this reason, this card could also indicate a new career direction. Due to your deeper understanding and the willingness of others to open up to you, a profession like psychology, social work, or life coaching may be ideal. That's why I was asking you to study your pain. Psychologists do that, right? Deep mystics, shamans do that. They go deep into the root cause of the problem rather than, going on the surface level and thinking you know it all. No. So the secrets that you are hiding from yourself is also about to be released with this hidden knowledge, okay? So a profession like psychology, social work, or life coaching may be ideal. The links is also associated with revelation, mysticism, and wisdom from the unseen world. That's the 5th dimension, literally, okay? This means that you have unlimited access to the Akashic records, the universal source of all information, including the every detail of your life that each soul entity has ever lived. In addition to seeing your past lives and future potentials, you have the ability to understand the influence of your present, where all your thoughts, words, actions become the causes of future effects. You are now able to bring a higher consciousness to your daily life and to receive all the divine wisdom and inspiration that the Akashic records offer. So spend some time in silent reflection, relax, and receive the information that is hidden from others. Trust your intuitive understanding, for the power of the links brings clarity and profound connections to the secret energy all around you. So the affirmation for this card to activate is, I am blessed with intuitive wisdom. I receive helpful insight from the Akashic records whenever I may need it. You should write it down in the comments below to claim that as well, pile 3. All right. But yeah, something about the color red is significant. So some of you could have an affinity to color red, or some of you need to wear more reds. Okay. Red nail colors, red clothes, red lipstick, whatever it may be. Or someone loves you in red lipstick, okay? They lose their mind over you. Someone's heart is opening, but so is their shadows. Like their shadows are also illuminating, which is showing them that it's like they hate themselves in certain aspects about themselves, okay, and they are illuminating that so that they can heal it, okay? The bitterness is also coming out just as much as the love is, and the light is, and the joy is, right? So that's very interesting. Pile 3, my loves. Let's see, pile 3 we have, wow, look at that magician. Look at the tantric energy in your pile. I'm mind blown by your pile. She's going into the roots. She's going into the dark, deep. Mother, okay? Mother is into the deep. Father is into the light. Our father is the light. Our mother is the deep ocean, okay, the deeper part of the ocean. It's like you activating both aspects of yourself by understanding, taking the magician powers within, because what we do is, when we feel we are magical and we can manifest things, we start doing it to others, and we want to change others' free will and things like that, and we have fun with that, and of course that there's a joy in that, but that is not the ultimate way to control your life. And some of you may have been trapped in that, with the magician. That's why I'm coming through with like tough Saturn energy. I'm a Capricorn myself, so I'm kind of fathering you a little bit here, but the energy here in this card is also telling you that you need to take those magician powers and go within, okay? The more you do that, the more this hidden knowledge is going to activate, and especially working on your root chakra is going to illuminate you like on a whole new level. Your root chakra needs to be tended to. It needs to be looked at to be able to activate sacred sexuality, tantric wisdom in your soul. And this is something that has been gifted to you by your ancestors, by your bloodline, okay? And there's a lot of red here, my loves. There's been a lot of bloodshed in your lineage as well, as what I'm hearing, okay? A lot of war, bloodshed. Something about your blood type could also be very unique. Okay, you're very, very magical, my loves. Very, very magical. But to basically build an ego on being able to manifest things on the outside is not the ultimate path that you're meant to be on. You're meant to go on that inner journey of the magician, turning all those magical powers within. Like, oh my god, you will become unstoppable once you like illuminate this tree completely. Right now it's just a hint of it is illuminated, right? And you feel like you know so much. Yeah, there's just one light here. and you're meant to activate the totality of it through your root chakra. It starts from the root is what I'm hearing. And maybe some of you have only been in the higher chakras, like, you know, focusing on the light, on the farther, on the further, right? Spirit is asking you to ground yourself. Bring yourself back into ground, into your strength. Okay, Page of Cups. Yeah, there's a new connection here as well. Look at her looking at her root chakra as well, right? Some of you could be hippies, you could be travelers, you could love the oceans, you could live near the ocean, right? We have the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this could be about your finances as well, because again, safety, security, stability, right? That is what I was talking about. You could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, all right? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio coming through as well. Gemini as well, all right? But yeah, this is about your independence. It's about your self-sufficiency, and it's about you realizing that there's someone that you are developing feelings for, okay? And it's in its fresh stages, and you feel like a fool at times, or you feel that, you know, this is not supposed to be how it is, but you are where you are meant to be, and there's an owl on your back as well, guiding you through this process, okay? You need to get in touch with the part of your underworld, okay? This is a call to you touching the earth, going into the roots, you know, tree here as well, strengthening your roots. And the root strengthening can happen by either eating red vegetables, red fruits, wearing red color, red, all around red, and doing root chakra meditations, guided meditations, or focusing on the root chakra when you close your eyes and see a glowing orb of red, you know, glowy orb near your root chakra, and it enhancing in size and getting more healthier and healthier, you know. You can do that as well. Do some guided meditations for your root chakra. This is going to help you a lot in being able to start fresh with your emotions and not judge yourself based on how your past relationships have been, and at times, you know, the wisdom that you have gained, which makes you at times bitter or harsh. Spirit is asking you to leave this state of independence alone for now, you know, because you are meant to step into this new phase of your life where you are experiencing sacred sexuality, sensuality, tantric mysticism, tantric sexuality, and all of that, okay? That's the initiation that's coming through from the 5D for you guys, which is so interesting, my loves, okay? Very, very interesting. So pile 3, any advice for pile 3 from the 5D beings? Any advice? Also, there's a humbling, you know, the humbling will give you the wings to fly, okay? So higher chakras come later, the earth, the mother comes first, okay? She's going to help you, give you the ignition to fly however high you want, okay? But first humble in front of her, respect her, and she's going to give you that energy through the root level, okay? So Spirit, any advice for pile 3 pertaining to the spread? Any advice for pile 3 pertaining to the spread? Any advice for pile 3 pertaining to the spread? We have marine life. Wow, look at the ocean. Look at Mama calling you. Divine Mother is in the deep of the ocean, right? And look at the variety in that ocean. Look at the abundance everywhere in that ocean, right? That is the abundance of the mother. There's no replacing the Divine Mother. There's no replacing the roots, the grounding, the lineage, the ancestral lineage of your bloodline, of where you emerged from. You emerged from the marine, okay? Some of you need to spend more time meditating near waters to be able to ground yourself, okay? Or drink more water, hydrate yourself, to also experience the richness within your root chakra as well. There's a richness in your root chakra that is meant to be experienced through your security, stability, through grounding deep into earth, and also through then attracting more finances and abundance through that, okay? But first there's a humbling that is required. That is a deep level of mysticism and occult energy that is meant to be tapped within, tantric wisdom that is meant to be tapped within, to understand the deeper powers within your body and your reality, okay? And that is how you will be able to manifest the richness of this connection in your life, because this connection is, I cannot even begin to talk about this connection. It's something very deep, okay, and very profound. It's life-changing, I'm hearing, all right? So pile 3, this is what I have for you. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this, if you got a lot out of it. This helps other people as well, and this video circulate to the algorithms on YouTube. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out the Etsy link below or the Linktree link for my tarot booking firm. if you would like to donate to my channel, my loves, and you feel extra generous, and that abundance comes back to you times tenfold, then you can definitely click on the PayPal link below in my description as well as my pinned comment. And you can also donate tarot decks and oracle decks to my channel to be able to support me on this journey and be growing together and evolving together, my loves. All right, so thank you so much, File 3, for tuning in, and peace.